These are both cameras. On the left is the R6 with a Sigma 600mm lens, and on the right is the Om1 with the 300 f4 Pro lens, which is not a zoom, but these are both lenses in basically the 600mm focal length. The left one is zoomed out and the right one is on Micro Four Thirds, as you know. 300 is 600, it always doubles, so 50 is 100 and so on. So the right one 600mm Olympus Om1 and the left one R6 600mm. I wanted to show you on both so you can really see the difference in size. Now there's a huge handling difference in both cameras, and I will reiterate and get into it a little more later. So here I am with the more of the video on both the R6 and the Om1 in a format for comparison. I have both cameras and I love them both for what they are. They both have the bird eye detect and a fantastic focus system. I do feel that there is a slight advantage to the picture quality between fallen, to the full frame, but the difference is so very slight that how do you express it? It's neglectable. The Om1 has much advantages. It has a fantastic image stabilization system. Olympus always has been the king. The internal cameras are also very good, and I use those. It makes it really easy for me to do a little video like this. I just put it up there on my leg, and it's filming good. I just put it on automatic and on program mode and go. When you photograph birds, the advantage on the Olympus is that they jump around and they're not always available in the most unless I don't trap them on special. I really photograph them in nature, and for you to get a good bird picture when they jump through the trees, then you have to hold your camera for a moment and maybe even a long while and follow the bird and press the shutter when you can, and then you shoot your 50 pictures or however many, and of one of them is the one you'll see, and that is very, very easy with the Om1, or easier, because of the weight and the size is good in the hand. Its handling is fantastic, and the whole thing is it's really a very good camera with a very good lenses available. I use the Pro with the f4. It's just a lovely lens. Pricey, but the photographic hobby in general is a pricey hobby, and no, any hobby is hobby is. Even so, I do have to admit that I do use, I guess you would call me in a way not only a hobbyist but also a professional, because I do make money when my business product shots are essential and so on. With the photography is involved in that, and that's really the difference between a hobbyist can be a fantastic photographer, and the pro, not so much, by the standards of what defines a pro. I guess one of the defining characters of a pro is you make money with your pictures, or it's involved somehow in making money. And from that point, I'm a pro, but I consider myself a hobbyist, because the enthusiasm for photography has not been spoiled so far by the money aspect, and I don't want to give the idea that there's anything better in being a pro than yes, you do maybe touch it a lot, photography. I don't know, but here this is less about me. Even so, I do blend a few of my pictures in that gives you some of my credibility, that I even can shoot pictures, because a lot of people on the internet, they talk and they're really more reviewers. I'm not a reviewer, I'm a photographer that would like to talk about his equipment. There's a difference, because a reviewer will go well, look at their pictures and see if they are only a reviewer or if they are also a photographer. And you'll find out, because if you come from the specs and talk about this and that, that's a different thing than actually using these cameras. And then specs are important, but they have their limitations. There's so much more importance on handling, or what a camera really then can do when you use it. I wish I can say some more about the OM1, because ultimately that's about the OM1. Even so, the R6 I feel is neglected, and it's a beautiful camera in itself, but neglected by me. It's one of, but I'll make another video on the R6. But the OM1 is really very, very good, and these both camera systems are loved by me for sure, and many others. So yes, wildlife is a great subject, and the OM1 is more than capable, or is very capable. The quality in the pictures, I like to shoot JPEG. You have a tremendous team of professionals creating JPEGs. What you see in the viewfinder, what you see on your screen, that's all JPEGs, even if you shoot RAW. And a lot of the RAW people are not quite as qualified as actually the pros that make the JPEGs in those factories, Canon or Olympus. Olympus is known for their wonderful JPEGs, and Canon is too wonderful there. So I love it, even so that the bit depth is a little less and so on, but to make a really good RAW picture, it takes qualification, and if you would like to learn how to do that, well, of course, it's available. These cameras can shoot both JPEGs and RAW. You can, and if in your hobby, it's maybe a wonderful thing. It's almost a hobby within the hobby. You can shoot pictures and then learn how to develop them to speak with old photographic terms. So anyway, you can see the size difference in the both of the cameras. I shot that footage on my iPhone because I'd like to film was the Om1. It has no limit on the clips, and it has a fantastic stabilization. So I can just don't even have to set up my tripod. It has a great for these videos a great enough built-in microphone system, and it makes it really very easy. That's why I can't show it to you, because I'm pointing at me. It has no tele light, and as far as I know, and I really love it has a frame that turns red when you record, and this is also very wonderful in detail. So you're filming. Tele lights, when you do the shots like this, they're often too bright and distracting. Some of them blink as just a horror, and some others they'll burn your retina. Olympus has a great answer. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little video. I wanna do more on the Om1. This is a really great camera to handle, and I have nothing but good things to say. As it is, it's very, very good. If you think of getting one, it has my vote. So see you next time. Thank you. Bye bye.